Good morning, guys. So I'm all done. I finally yesterday finished the waxing on the 1988 Sorrento Sea Ray, the Sulu Sunrise. And since it's shortly after sunrise, I figured it's a good time to do it. It's shining up pretty nice. So I'm going to show you, take a walk around here, and then I'm going to show you the products I used and call it a day. Well, I should call it a beginning of the day. So here you can see it's got a beautiful shine on it. Again, I'll go over the products that I used shortly, but it all started with a little bit of wet sanding and then a whole lot of 3M compounding. I still got to do some rub rail cleaning up, and I'm going to do the bottom, the anti-fouling paint here shortly, probably today if I can get at it. And hopefully you can get a good view of the good shine on it. And it turned out beautiful. I'm very happy with it. It probably hadn't been waxed in, I'm going to guess, maybe 15 years. I knew the two previous owners. They took good care of it. Outside of that, the inside's in great shape, as I've shown you in other videos. And I couldn't be happier. And I'm an amateur, you know. I mean, I don't do this for a living. I've got two boats. One's a 220DA Sea Ray 89, and it's about as good a shape, if not better than this one. So I've been pretty, my wife and I have been pretty fortunate to find some real good deals that we can put a little elbow grease into. So there she is, and I'm thrilled. So I got all the striping off, as you can see. I got the gray back to life, and the rest of the hull back to life, and it's looking pretty darn good. So hopefully, if all goes well, next week I got to get a couple other things done. Take out the water heater and a couple other things, and we should be all set to go. Okay, so the products that I used, and I know there's different, I give a shout out to local boy Did Good. He's a detailer. I don't know where he's out of, actually. I haven't subscribed yet, but he does some really nice work, and I've got some good advice from the guy. Didn't use all the products he uses, but I did do a little bit of wet sanding, as you can see, with the 1200 grit paper. And then what I used is of course I used the boat wash and the Goo Gone after I did all the taking the striping off. And as you can see, this eraser wheel, these things are phenomenal. The first one I got was a 3M. I got both boats done with 2.5 to 1 inch tape around it, a couple 100 feet at least, that I took off with these eraser wheels. Now this one, the 3M, finally the hub on the 3M went to pot when I only had about 20 feet left here on the Sulu Sunrise, the Sorrento. And I got a real cheap one, a $13 one off out of eBay. I'll try to leave a link if I can find that real quick, because my wife ordered it. But it ended up working actually better than the other one, although it broke down a whole lot quicker as far as the eraser. It used a lot more. The wheel came off as you went down the line, but it worked beautifully. It took the striping off. I probably took 20 feet off in about 10 minutes. So I got that done, and then again I did the wet sanding with a little bit of soap and water. I got my 3M with my simple Harbor Freight buffing pads. I 3M compounded the whole boat, and then I went to Meguiar's and got the Meguiar 67 one-step compound polish and used that, and boy, that made quite a difference between the 3M and the one-step. And then after that I did the pure wax, and I did much of the pure wax by hand and used the buffing pad. Now, as far as the rotary wheel, I just bought a simple cheap Warrior out of Harbor Freight, and that was what, 34 bucks, and I did both boats. Like I said, the DA is actually about a 25 footer, in this Sorrento with the swim platform and the pulpit and stuff, you're talking about 28 feet at least. And it worked beautifully. It worked just fine. You know, and I could have probably spent a little more time on this, but between the two boats I probably have 30-40 hours anyway, at least. But that's it. Those are the products that I used, and I'm about as thrilled as I can be. So thanks, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully it helps somebody, you know, encourage them a little bit to take an old boat and make it new, just like our bodies. You know, I told you guys I'm a wellness coach, and that's what I do, and that's why I wanted to redo this, because I'm going to do a lot of wellness coaching right off this boat this year. But take what you got and shine it up and make it new, including yourself. All right? All right. See ya. Thanks.